Have I covered one of this guy's videos before, Mr. Obvious? Because I feel like I have, and I think I remember it being like this weird sort of like almost like a meme edit compilation rather than a normal commentary video like people had like told me it would be. Maybe it was like just a random one-off video that he did, but people have been spamming me in my Discord server asking me to cover Mr. Obvious again, and I decided, since he made a video on this movie, which I'll show you momentarily, this movie, Cracka, I decided, since this is a pretty spicy meme at the moment, we might as well cover this video by Mr. Obvious. Now, I haven't seen it yet. I have no idea what it's even about. The title is pretty telling. Cracka, the movie, insane left-wing film about black masters who own white slaves. This is horrible. Now, I want to agree with that. This movie, or the idea behind it, is going to be probably pretty terrible, but not for the reasons that this guy thinks it's going to be terrible, for sure. My take on this, from what I've seen of this movie so far, is it's going to be for, like, white people who want to feel less bad about slavery, because they think that if they hadn't done slavery, then black people would have enslaved them instead. That's basically the meme of the movie, right? It's a, switcheroo, right? The black people are the slave owners, the white people are the slaves. That seems to be what the movie's going to be marketed towards. Now, reactionaries like this guy, who he might be a Nazi, I really don't know. Reactionaries like this guy, I guarantee, are going to assume this is some, like, Hollywood plot to shame white people and make the white race feel like the blacks are coming to get them. It's gonna be revenge for slavery. It's coming. This movie is gonna be some, like, dumb lib shit. I don't think it's that big a deal, but this guy definitely thinks it is. So let's watch this video. I have no idea what to expect here.
Cracka, the absurd power fantasy where black people are the slave owners and white people are the slaves. You heard that right. They made a movie about white people being slaves to black masters, as they call them, and they called it Cracka.
What? Does he have, like, a little clown horn next to his streaming set, or his recording setup, where he's, like, does a little clown honk honk? Is that how fucking cringy can you be? Holy fuck, and I thought I was cringe. Okay, well, it looks like this might be the one. This might be the video that makes me kill myself. Wow, okay. So, we got a few claims to start off with that we need to acknowledge. So first, the idea that this movie is going to be about a power fantasy, and the idea that it's absurd that somebody has made this movie. Anybody can technically make a movie if you have the funding for it, and you have a company that is willing to publish said movie, or stand by it and fund it. It's probably just going to be sort of a shitty comedy marketed at, like, woke liberals. It's not like this movie isn't for black people to celebrate, yeah, we're getting our revenge here. This is our comeuppance. This is what we're getting our revenge here. I really doubt that's what this movie is going to be. I think it's just going to be some cringy lib shit.
That kind of seems a little bit, I don't know, racist. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, and today, on the YouTubes, yes, this trailer is on YouTube, and it has 400,000 views. We're gonna take a full look at this, and we're gonna talk about the fact that this seems kind of wrong to me. It seems bigoted. It seems hateful.
Okay. I could agree with that it's bigoted or wrong, but not in the same way as this guy is going to frame it as. This movie is going to be bigoted or wrong because, and here is my personal headcanon of what this movie is going to be about, it's going to be for these woke libs who have, like, this white guilt shit over slavery, and they want to see this movie and imagine a world in which it's reversed, and they can feel less bad that white people back in the slavery times enslaved black people, because if white people hadn't enslaved black people would have done the same thing to them. And so it's like, oh, well, hey, it was either us or them, so, it's not like we did anything that bad, right? It's gonna be for woke libs. It's racist, but not in the way that this guy is making it out to be.
Hateful. It seems kind of disgusting. But I just want to point out that this video is on YouTube, so obviously YouTube thinks it's okay, therefore I should be able to review it and there shouldn't be a problem. But
well, no. So this is the trailer for a movie that is probably going to be some like dark satire shit. I mean, it's probably going to be satire, to be fair, but how it'll be received will be probably not how the creators want it to be. When I first saw the trailer for it, I got Jojo Rabbit vibes. Like it's going to be sort of like a meme parody about slavery, similar to how Jojo Rabbit was a meme parody about like Nazism. But at the end of the day, it was making fun of the Nazis. So that's kind of the feeling that I got from this, which would make sense because Nazis and like fasci types hate that movie. Speed up the video. He's stalling? No. Well, I might actually, because he is stalling quite a bit. But the fact that you are covering this video isn't what's going to get you banned off of YouTube. I'm pretty sure this guy's a Nazi. Like he does the honk honk meme. That's kind of a Nazi thing. From what I've heard, this guy's like a JQer and believes in the Great Replacement and all of that. So no, you covering this video or showing this video on your channel isn't going to get you taken down. If anything's going to get you taken down, it's going to be the fact that you are a fascist and you openly produce fascist propaganda, which, oh, well, YouTube does allow on their site, which means YouTube must be fine with fascist propaganda, by that logic.
But I just want to say, I condemn this trailer and this movie completely. I'm not okay with such blatant bigotry. So we're going to take a full look at this trailer
Pepe.
and kind of break down what we're seeing and talk about all of this. But before we do, if you're new to the channel, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the bell button for notifications for more content. I drop red pills almost daily. And
That is...
of course, if you like...
I drop red pills almost daily. You know, I hear people talk like this on Twitter or on Reddit or just on the internet in general in text, but I kind of get blown, like my words are taken out of me when I hear it being said unironically by a person, when I actually hear those noises being expelled from the orifices of an actual living human being on the internet. The only other person I've heard say this was no bullshit, and I had the same... I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep down vomit right now because I'm cringing so hard. And I feel like this guy is somehow worse. Because at least No Bullshit's channel is dying. Like, it's really dying. I'm getting more views than him now, and he has, like, what? Like, 40 times my sub count or something like that? Maybe even, like, up to 80 times? He's at, like, 600,000 subs, so... Holy shit, his channel is dead. Alright.
this content, please consider passing out those red pills and sharing my content on other platforms.
He's going further with it. Should I do this more often? Should I do this, like, shilling thing more often? Like, hey guys, make sure to sub to my channel, leave a like, and share this content with your friends. I'm dropping mad bread pills every single day. We're gonna turn everyone into bread-pilled alpha motherfuckers. Spread my content around. Yeah, okay. God, imagine if I unironically did that.
With other people. And why not check out my merch store? I currently have...
Okay, this guy's a Nazi. I was like a little on the nose, like whether or not, like on the edge of like whether he's a Nazi or not, but no, he's definitely a Nazi. Like the Deuce Vault, the Crusades meme. Oh my god, how fucking cringy can you be? Holy fuck! Imagine. I'm sorry, but if I saw somebody walking down the street wearing this, I would, like, feel an obligation to just kill them on the street. Just to pull out the... in Minecraft, in GTA 5. But seriously, though, this is... I feel like wearing one of these shirts would be, like, a call for help. It's like you're tacitly saying, please kill me now. Please end my life. Free me from this horrible existence. It's like that episode of Rick and Morty with Tiny Rick, where he's singing the song on the guitar, and the song's lyrics are, "I'm dying in a vat in the garage. Please Please save me. I'm dying inside. You know, that reminds me of. Listen, I said in GTA, we're good. Okay? It's not TOS. Relax, chat.
Have two beautiful designs for the Deus Vult
Alright, we're turning up the speed. Okay. Alright, buddy, we're turning up the speed.
merch line. One of them is a beautiful knight standing on the battlefield, and another is a sword. You have a variety of choices to pick from, like the...
Oh my god! Wait. How overpriced is this dude's shirts?
sword. You have a variety of...
30, 44 bucks for the hoodie, 22 for the shirt? Hold on, let me check really quick. I'm pretty sure... That seems like overpriced. I guess he's doing it from like a third-party company rather than like I do mine through Streamlabs. But I want to check something really fast. How expensive is my merch? Because hold on. Let's compare. $11 for a shirt. $11 for a shirt. I make no profit from this, by the way. My Xanderhall merch, I make no profit from it. I just set like the price to be however much it costs to make. Although I will admit the hoodie is pretty expensive. This is like the least I could set the hoodie, and the baseball cap as well. And then the tank top is like pretty cheap as well. But the Xanderhall shirt, it's pretty cheap. That's what I would want people to get, if anything. All right, so this seems to be pretty standard in terms of merch prices, except for the shirts. The shirts are like ridiculously fucking expensive. Like this is really expensive for a V-neck cotton V-neck T-shirt. 24 bucks. I don't think you can see it here. Yeah, you can't see it here. Let me look at that. $24, 25 bucks. That's 25 bucks for a fucking cotton V-neck. That is just going to make people cringe. When you walk down the street, does it come in women's sizes? I don't think there was any, like, guys. I don't think there is a necessity for women's sized of these shirts. I don't think there's gonna be any women buying any of these. I feel like that's a safe bet to make.
of choices to pick from, like the Deus Vult Premium T-shirt, the highest quality shirt available. A link down below in the description. So let's play the clip. So already they start with, 2 wrongs make a right, and they say, what if we took your breath away?
Dude, it's a fucking meme. Isn't it funny how these are the people that talk about how the left are like triggered little snowflakes because the left gets angry about jokes and blah blah blah, but then here this guy is getting triggered about something that is like obviously a joke. Now obviously it's cringy as fuck, but it's very clearly a meme. Like, this is hardcore trying to capitalize off of people, off of reactionaries who will get triggered by it because they know they will. This is literally, ironically, when I was Fash, this would have been what I would watch as like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a victim fantasy, right? Like, oh, because this is what happened. This is why I love the Red Pill movie so much. You guys remember that movie? The one where, that one feminist lady, talked to a bunch of, like, MRA advocate people and then like platformed a bunch of them, and they, you know, were on their best behavior and were super nice to her, and it basically mainstreamed the whole red pill thing, and a bunch of people were like, yeah, the red pill's pretty cool, men's rights activism is awesome, MRAs are cool. It would be like me watching that, where it was like, yeah, this feminist is realizing how bad we men actually have it. That's what this is going to be for white nationalists. They're going to watch it, and they're going to jack off as they're watching this movie, thinking about how victimized they are as white people. Like, yeah, this is how it's gonna happen. This is what they're trying to do. White people are under attack. Okay, dude. Alright.
Since you did it to us, presumably, at some point in the past. Now, first of all, 2 wrongs don't make a right. They just make more wrong. Not to mention, if you didn't actually live through it, and you're not responsible for it, why should you pay for things that you never did? I'm just saying.
Oh, should you be proud in things that you never did, though, Mr. Obvious? Should you be proud of being white? Should you be proud of your ancestry? I mean, you weren't around for it. It was nothing that you took part in. So are you saying you're not proud of your heritage or proud of your race? Oh, well, that's good to hear. I hope you would never be inconsistent on this claim.
don't you step out.
You know, it's actually very shocking that this is on YouTube. Like, this was allowed. What it seems to be some sort of power fantasy revenge story. Revenge on white people for things that their ancestors did. There's a million reasons that that isn't right. First of all, again, you're not...
He's offended. He's actually offended. How much do you want to bet that if you went into this guy's Discord, like if this guy has a Discord server, you go in there and it's nothing but him and all of his fans joking about, like, killing black people and lynchings and haha JQ honk honk, Holocaust didn't happen, Zyklon B, wooden doors, like just like making jokes about the Holocaust and whatnot. Like, how is this anywhere near as bad as when fasci types joke about the same shit? Once it gets turned around on them, they get so triggered. This guy's so mad about what is clearly just a fucking satirical meme movie. It's cringy as fuck, in my opinion. I don't necessarily think it's funny, and I have my reasons for it, which I already explained. But, like, it is not as bad as this guy is making it out to be. It's not like some kind of revenge fantasy for black people. That's not how it's being... It's not even how it's being marketed online.
not responsible for the sins of the father. You know that phrase, sins of the father? It's the idea that your father can pass down sin to you, even though you yourself are innocent, or that you just have to live with the consequences of this. For example, your father robs a bank, and then your father goes to jail, and you're forever known as a guy who has no father because he's in prison. You have to live with that. But...
Oh, my man, would you be willing to admit that perhaps black people's socioeconomic place in this country has to do with that tendency? Strange how he's acknowledging the, I wonder if he would be, yeah, pause champ, I wonder if he'd be consistent on this if he was talking about the 1350 stat. Interesting. It's really funny to me how these people self-own. Like, they'll bring up an argument when talking about a certain issue, and then if you try to, like, see if they're consistent on that argument when talking about black people or Jews or whatever, or the Holocaust, or go down the list, they go, whoa, now that's not the same thing. Yeah.
That is completely different than saying, in the past, one of your ancestors assaulted one of my people. So guess what? I think that it would only be fair if I assaulted one of your people right now. That is bull. That is baloney. And that is just wrong.
What'd you say about?
Baloney.
Take that shit off your head!
Show that black who the fuck you are!
So obviously it starts off with some guy who flashes a very bad symbol from World War II. You know, this is all really cliche, obviously. But again, this trailer is an
really bad symbol, Pepe.
Absolute fever dream. It shows whoever created this is not mentally well. In fact, I would say who made this film is mentally unwell and mentally deranged, and they should probably see a professional because there's clearly something wrong with their brains.
My dude, you unironically started this video by saying, sub to me because I'm dropping red pills every day. I'm sorry, but you're throwing bricks from a glass house, my guy. Wow, somebody just bought a fucking Xander Hall merch. A single merch. Bought a baseball cap. Thank you, I appreciate that. Give me some of that Zan swag. Hell yeah, I should probably show my merch store more often. Holy shit. Wait, this guy, wait, listen. I'll give him credit where credit is due. His strat seems to work. Maybe I should show my my merch store more often. God damn, okay, buddy. Hey, I appreciate it, my dude.
They shark in my nut, and if she bleeds gold, they should crown me King Tux. Nat King Cole, King Solomon, these nuts. Nutrition fucking oil, you get rich when I bust. Y'all nigga dizzy. I made that bitch squirt and created a Mississippi River. My nigga took a trip.
What you looking at, Cracka?
What's your name? Cracka. Michael.
Me when I look at this trailer.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Hold on. He's self-owning right now. Wait. He's unironically self-owning right now. He's such a triggered SJW. Hold on, wait. Wait, that's an unironic self-own. It's this guy. It's...
Donald J. Trump is now President of the United States. President Obama is the ex-president.
He's self-owning right now. It's that one, like, the SJW person with the glasses that screams that all the all the chud types put like the gif of him screaming, or sure, I don't know who this person is. Them screaming into the sky. It's a cell phone.
So the story goes, a supremacist who is white ends up going back in time, but he goes back in time.
A supremacist who is white. Interesting. Yeah, it's pretty undeniable this character is a white supremacist. He has SS tattooed on the side of his head. He's got like a swastika on his stomach or whatever. Oh, yeah, the guy's a Nazi. He gets sent back in time to an alternate universe where black people are the slave owners and white people are the slaves. It's probably going to be some sort of, I assume, from the trailer, some kind of like twisted, satirical type thing. It's going to be like, fuck, what's that one Christmas movie where it's like Scrooge goes and he gets like shown by the ghosts of Christmas past and future, present, whatever the fuck, and realizes he's kind of like a greedy old miser piece of shit and maybe should stop being such an asshole. Like it's gonna be like the reverse of that, and he's gonna realize, wow, now I know how it feels to have been black through all this. I'm not gonna be a white supremacist anymore. A Christmas Carol. A Christmas Carol. Thank you, chat. Thank you. All right.
Time to an alternate parallel world where black people are slave owners and again white people are the slaves, and it's his worst nightmare, blah blah blah. It's a revenge story. It's a power fantasy, sick, absurd revenge story. I'm honestly speechless. What is there to break down? This isn't deep. It's very on the nose and in your face. This movie is basically what if we see.
He's really mad. He's so triggered. The movie looks cringy. It might be interesting, like an interesting concept, might be worth seeing, but like it's not like a revenge story for black people to like be like, yeah, we're getting the white people. It's gonna be like some cringy lib shit probably. Why are you so mad?
Sent a white guy back in time and black people.
He's so offended, guys. He's so offended.
People are slave owners and now he's the slave. Oh, brilliant, brilliant, genius level idea. What the fuck, man?
Where I come from, this isn't the way it's supposed to be.
And there it is.
Oh my god, I can't. Guys, I can't. Guys, I can't. I can't do it. No, I can't. Guys, I'm cringing. I'm cringing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Imagine, like, how much of a fucking reprobate you have to be to that you keep a fucking clown horn next to you so you can go, clown world, oh, we're living in a clown. Oh my god. Does this guy live outside the internet? Okay. I don't know how, I don't even need to respond to that. There's no argument I need to make against that. The cringe speaks for itself if you have more than 2 IQ points.
Okay, my friends, I think I see what's going on. So, there's a classic line, where I come from, this isn't the way it's supposed to be, says the white man, okay? And then it shows him driving a car and he's got a sticker that says Trump 2020. We get it, you're calling everyone racist. The worst part about this is that they're implying
he's so offended, dude. He's so mad. Undoubtedly, generally, racists support Trump. Like, if you're racist in this country against, like, black people or whatever, you're gonna support Trump. What did Trump do just recently? Because we're gonna be talking about it later. I mean, if we just want to get an overall look at how he's bigoted, we can talk about him and his administration's recent attempts to try to ban LGBT people from being able to adopt, although I feel like this is something this guy would agree with. Like, wait, why am I defending the claim that Trump is a racist to a racist? This guy is a Nazi. I've seen this guy's like tweets, and I've seen his content. This guy is absolutely like a Nazi. Nobody does has a clown horn and leans that hard into the clown world meme unless they are like a hardcore Nazi, and that is their one personality trait. That is it. They're fashion. That's their one personality trait.
that everyone who's a Trump supporter is obviously one of these supremacists. That is absolutely...
Oof, nice straw man there, buddy. No, Trump supporters are all stupid. Many of them are racist.
Absolutely and utterly insane. Do you really believe that all Trump supporters are racist? That is nonsense. If you ask me, it's actually the left who have a lot of bigots in their ranks. They've actually done studies on this. Did you know? They did a study about liberals and conservatives and their attitude.
White liberals patronize minorities while talking, but conservatives don't, study says. The Miami Herald. Hmm. Miami Herald media bias fact check. Okay, so it seems to have a fairly left bias. Now I should point out I'm not a liberal. God, you guys are laying on the donations thick today. I'll get to them in a minute, okay? I'm not a lib, so this doesn't really matter. But I'm pretty sure what this is referring to is the, Wait, do we actually want to read this article? Does he actually go into it? No, he doesn't. He just shows the title. Let's go to the actual article and see what it has to say, because these people always lie. Alright. Let's see this. What? God damn it. Fucking ad block. What? Why are these companies allowed to get smart with detecting when ad blocker is on? What? Maybe later. Allow ads. I already did. I literally already did. Okay. I can't read it. I can't read it because it just won't go. My ad blocker just it won't stop detecting my ad blocker even though I turn it off. Alright, whatever. I don't care. This guy's probably misquoting this article anyway. These people always do that.
Towards minorities, and what they found was that liberals, when they talk to a minority, will talk dumber, slower, and simpler. Why would they do that? Well, you would only do that if you were to assume that the person you're talking to is dumber than you. So
wait! That's just implicit bias. That's something that everybody has. That's liberals being fucking cringy and trying to be like, well, I gotta be very gentle and I have to be very clear whenever talking. Yeah, this is shit that libs do. I'm a leftist, buddy. I'm actually on the left. Liberals? Not really. No. Yeah, no. Wait, no, I'm not gonna defend liberals on this. No, this is 100% right. This article, the way that he's trying to spin it to being the left has more racist than the right does, is bullshit, because this is just like one instance of racism, which is implicit bias, which is something that everybody has. It's just that libs are willing, well, the left in general are willing to acknowledge it and do something about it. But this doesn't even somewhat back up the idea that the left has more racists than the right does. What the fuck are you talking about? Also, why is my light like, goddamn, okay, there we go.
do you think conservatives belittled minorities the same way? Nope. Turns out that conservatives...
Yeah, they do. And they do much worse. As a matter of fact, the people they vote into office actively go out of their way to create laws that affect minorities in negative ways. For example, like the Go-To can be trying to take away their ability to vote. That's one example right off the bat. It's overwhelmingly Republican lawmakers that try to push voter ID laws. There's no evidence of voter fraud in our country, and yet they try to push law and legislation that would require IDs that are specifically harder for people in poorer areas. This means it'll disproportionately affect black people, to make it harder for them to vote. The Supreme Court even came to the conclusion that these laws, these voter ID laws, specifically Republicans unanimously were trying to pass, were surgically targeted at black people. There is no question as to whether or not conservatives are more racist than the left. What are you talking about?
will talk to a minority how they talk to everyone else. Because guess what? Conservatives, right-wingers, and Trump supporters are not racist. If you want to find a racist, talk to a liberal. But I think you can see where this is all...
Left wing destroyed, dude. You got us. Holy shit. Also, not a lib. I'm a leftist, but still. Liberals do have... probably... Well, so liberals are, they generally mean well, but they're typically not willing to bite down fully on the idea of being leftist, and so they aren't all the way there yet. So sure, there are some liberals with some cringy fucking ideas and cringy beliefs, but the idea that even they are more racist than the right in general is fucking insane.
Going. The movie is basically implying that if you're a white person, you're a racist, that if you're a Trump supporter, you're a racist, and that, oh boy, what would happen if we sent all Trump supporters back to the past, where black people were in fact slave owners?
Wait, the guy that was sent back to the past was literally a... The guy that was sent back to the past was literally a Nazi. He has SS tattooed on the side of his head. And he had a swastika tattoo.
I wish I was joking, but the trailer literally says all of this. There's literally a frame in this trailer that says Black Masters. Okay.
Yeah, you are, Cracka. Welcome back. Be cool.
Wait, it's gonna be a series?
Welcome back. Be cool.
The new series Cracka. Coming soon to iTunes, Google Play, and
Now, there's
Amazon.
one thing I really want to point out.
Interesting.
The title of this movie is Cracka, okay? It's a derogatory slur towards white people.
Okay.
It's based on, like, you know, like the saltine cracker because it's whitish, tannish, like the food.
No. No. That's not the origin of the word cracker. That's not the origin of the word cracker, my dude. Is there a reason why you're not actually giving the real explanation of what the word cracker comes from? So for those of you guys that aren't aware, to my knowledge, the origin of the word cracker has to do with the cracking of a whip, because remember, back in the good old days, as this guy would actually say, you know, white slave owners would whip and like crack a whip and whip black people, and so the crack of the whip is where it comes from. Like a white person is a cracker. Now a lot of people assume, and I guess it's kind of backed up, that crackers are white and white people are white, and so there's like that assumption made there. But the origin, if you look into the origin of cracker, it comes from white people cracking whips on black people, on black slaves. Interesting how either he's too stupid to know that, or he purposefully isn't acknowledging that, because then it kind of makes his argument seem a little worse, you know?
Crackers. That's where that term comes from. Apparently, it's okay to name your movie Cracka as a derogatory slur. But imagine if there was a movie called The N-Word, and imagine that movie were put on YouTube. Do you think that it would last? Do you think that it...
No, it wouldn't, but you would definitely watch it, and you would celebrate the shit out of it, and anybody... And, like, if I made a video exactly like this guy's video about someone who uploaded a video called The N-Word and was about, like, this, he would make a video saying, "Ha! Look how triggered this SJW is about a joke movie. It's just satire, dude. What, are people not allowed to make what they want to make anymore? What do you SJWs want to control movie making in the art medium? Why are you SJWs so triggered, dude?" That's exactly what would happen in the scenario where that movie was made.
Would stay up? And do you think that people would tolerate it? No, they would be called bigots. They would be called racist. But instead, you can have Cracka, a derogatory slur towards white people, and apparently it's okay. I'm noticing a huge double standard in our modern society. You're not allowed to be racist towards
Squad
minorities,
W.
but apparently it's okay if you do it to white people. Well, I'm sorry, but it's not okay.
Well, okay, no. It's not okay to be racist towards anybody. However, like if we're talking about societal treatment, generally you're gonna be able to get away with semi-racist actions towards white people that you wouldn't be able to get away with against another group, because white people haven't really had that much done to them in terms of, you know, terrible shit throughout history. At least if we're talking about like recent American history, never because of their of being white, right? So it's punching up. It's anytime you make a joke at the expense of white people, it's almost always punching up. But if you make a joke at the expense of black people, you're always going to be punching down because of black people's terrible socioeconomic status in this society.
Okay. You know, they call it reverse racism, as in a minority being racist towards a white person, but there's no such thing as reverse racism. There's only racism. And this, my friends, is classic racism to a T. Because it's not the color of your skin that makes you a racist. It's not your...
He's so triggered. He's like going off on a tangent about this. It was a 1 minute and 30-second movie trailer that was a bit cringy. These people build careers on like this victim narrative. That's what's so cringy about it. This is what made Hunter Avallone leave the right, because of like the victim narrative. The fact that like conservatives like to claim that we're red-pilled alpha motherfuckers, while at the same time making themselves out to be the everlasting victim of the Jews, the black people, the SJWs, feminists, women, whatever, insert group.
Political views that make you a bigot. What makes you a bigot is judging people just because of the way they look. And when you use a derogatory slur, like the C word or the N word, you're racist, plain and simple.
The C word! Okay. Okay, dude. We, alright.
Now, I do want to note that the movie is mostly being met with dislikes. Here you can see. This movie has 2.9 thousand likes and 7,000 dislikes. The fact that there's so many people that actually think that this movie is okay really says a lot about the left. How can you possibly think that...
Wait, how do you know the likes? Wait, how do you know who the likes are coming from? They could be coming from, like, white boys who see it as some sort of, like, torture porn or victimization porn. They're gonna watch it and they're gonna jack off to it the entire time. What do you mean, dude? You don't know what those likes are from.
that this is okay and not, well, first of all, disturbing, but really, really racially charged. Who asked for this? Nobody. But at least there is pushback.
Who asked for this? Aren't these the same people that, like, all the way back in 2014 to 2016 were like, the SJWs can make their own media, they can make their own thing, and then once the SJWs started making their own thing, now they're super triggered about it, and are like, it's reversed, because back in the day, it was the SJWs were saying media needed to change and become more progressive, and then media started to change and become more progressive, and now the anti-SJWs are on the other side saying that the media needs to change and become less progressive and less SJW. It's hilarious how, like, it goes back and forth. Also, look at all these triggered little snowflakes here. Can't take a joke. Good meme.
Oh, and there's a lot of spicy comments, my friends. I cannot even read them audio because a lot of them are a little bit too spicy. Here, Adam Furrick says, "Damn, son, you just posted cringe." A user named a new idiotic appalling C-word. Damn, this is okay, but apparently Uncle Ben is crossing the line. This is a reference to Uncle Ben. It's a brand of product that is being changed because apparently they're afraid of it being offensive because it features a black man on the cover.
Didn't the Uncle Ben thing have to do... Wasn't it like they didn't give rights to the likeness of like the front thing? I don't remember exactly what happened with the Uncle Ben thing, but I'm pretty sure this dude... Hold on, let's actually look into it, because this guy's probably lying. He's already lied about the definition of cracker already. Was it just because it's a black guy on the box? Logos tell a story. The fact that the controversial price packets with the Uncle Ben's logo can be found on supermarket shelves around the world has a reason, according to Pascal Lauscher, head of the Munich-based, brand strategists. When I see many brands next to each other on the supermarket shelf, I pick one I like and I'm familiar with, he says, adding this to why companies spend a lot of money to build a brand history. That's why companies follow the old marketing rule, don't touch the logo. It's one of the most important identifying marks of the brand. It tells a story. In this case, it's unfortunately the wrong one, he adds, and that is why, logically, in the view of the political situation, the companies are forced to change the logo and thus also change the story. From Lauscher's point of view, however, the U.S. corporations come too late. They should have made changes long before George Floyd's death and the massive protests against racism had followed. Changing the logo now is akin to saying, until now, racism was more important to me, and I didn't want to sacrifice logo because the discrimination against people with different color skin. Oh, who remembers the Cerati, I don't know exactly how they're pronounced, the Cerati cookies. I believe this is like a cookie brand or whatever. Yeah, ooh. Yeah, there's been some, Germany had a similar issue with this. Whew. Spicy meme. Hey look, it's the demonetized sign right there. Whew. That's a yikes-tiny right there. Alright, dude. Let's get into it.
Of the product. No, I'm not kidding. They're literally worried that featuring a black person on a product might be offensive. Dude, that's offensive. They don't get it.
The story behind it and like the not giving rights to the likeness of the... They did the same thing with the Aunt Jemima thing. It's a long fucking story. I'm not gonna get into the intricacies of why it's racist right now, but this dude's way overreacting to it. It's literally just changing the brand on a fucking box.
I feel like these people are all racists in denial. Imagine dude says, these Biden commercials are getting weirder and weirder. Klepico PL.
I'm just cringing right now. Do you remember when Sean had the the wage gap button, and anytime someone would bring up the wage gap, she'd press the button. It would play that sound clip of her saying, "The wage gap isn't actually a gap between how much women and men are paid. It's actually a earnings gap based on blah blah blah." Like, and that would play, and that was like kind of cringy because generally she would play it at times when the person that was talking wasn't necessarily referring to the wage gap as she was assuming that they were. And bringing up the fact that there is an earnings gap is a relevant discussion to have, and she doesn't do that anymore because it was cringy. This is this guy's wage gap button, but instead it's just a clown horn. That's okay. God, it's so cringy.
Says, that would basically be a documentary about South Africa in reference to.
Oh, yeah, no, this guy's definitely a Nazi. For those that aren't aware, there's this thing happening in South Africa right now where occasionally, like, a bunch of like white farmers in South Africa will get like murdered on their land. By black people. It's actually not as big of like an epidemic as it's been made out to be, and it's a really complicated situation, but Nazis and fasci types like this dude have been using it as evidence that like there's insane amounts of anti-white racism in South Africa and whites are under attack and a lot of whatever the fuck. I might bring somebody on who's more familiar with the issue than I am to talk about it someday, but yeah, keep an eye out for that one. When Nazi types bring up South Africa, especially this guy here, because I know this dude's a Nazi, just the way that he wrote this. Yeah, no, it's a big Nazi thing. Ooh, look at that, 900 likes as well. Whew.
To the white farmers who are being stolen from, in many cases murdered in South Africa currently. Something which did not end up very well for Zimbabwe when they did the same thing. They got rid of the farmers, they kicked them out, stole the land, attacked them, assaulted them, and now they're starving. What goes around comes around, I guess. Now, there's two comments here that really point out the obvious, and honestly, I'm kind of nervous just covering this, even though it's YouTube approved, so it should be safe for me to talk about. I mean, come on. FMK says, this is unironically a leftist wet dream.
I guess my argument against that is I was actively cringing at the trailer, and I'm a leftist, so, I mean, there we go.
And ironically, a lot of those leftists are white. So what do you think would happen if this was actually a reality? And that's what I think a lot of left-wingers don't get. I mean, they go...
Wait, the white people that got sent back in time, or sent into the other reality in the movie were Nazis. Is he talking about, like, being sent to another universe where it's, like, reverse? Or is he talking about, like, if right now it just became slavery except white people were the slaves? I feel like this is the kind of guy that, like, when Obama got elected, he was hiding underneath his bed, like, crying. This actually happened when I was in elementary school. It was 2008. Obama got elected, and there was this really racist girl that was in my class. Her name was Eden. Like, yeah, her family, like, crazy fucking Republican religious fanatics named her Eden. And she was, like, during recess, would sit on the playground and cry. And the reason she was crying, I kid you not, was she thought white people were going to be enslaved now because Obama became president, and he was gonna like bring back slavery, but for white people, as revenge for slavery. That was unironically a thing that happened, and I didn't realize how fucking hilarious that was until fairly recently. But yeah, her name was Eden. She was also like a bitch. Like, she was really mean too. So fuck her.
Like NPCs, and they say, white man bad. But it's like they forget that they're also white. Let me put it this way. Let's say that there's blue people and red people, okay? And let's say that blue people hate red people. Now let's say that some of the red people decide to become allies, as many people on the left call themselves allies of the blue people, and the blue people accept their help. Together, they take down and destroy the red people. So the allies are really happy.
Wait, even by this, like, logic, that's not even, like, comparable to... Does he unironically think that people who are anti-racism want to take down white people? Take down, destroy white people? Wait, is that the mask slipping right there? If racism ends, that's what he thinks will happen? White people will be taken down and destroyed?
Many people on the left call themselves allies of the blue people, and the blue people accept their help. Together, they take down and destroy the red people. So the
take down and destroy the white people. That's the comparison he's making right here. Does he think that people who are anti-racist... Does he think that destroying racism means destroying white people?
Allies are really happy. We defeated the Reds. And then they get stabbed in the back by the blue people. And they're gone. They get destroyed too. Don't be surprised when you succeed in your goal and then you get stabbed in the back. That's all I'm...
This guy is unironically trying to imply that white people who are allies of, like, the black, like BLM and all that, are going to, not only is BLM trying to destroy white people, or just like generally just like progressive like pro-black movements, are trying to destroy white people, but that their allies are also gonna get stabbed in the back. It's gonna be like some Night of the Long Knives shit with the Nazis. That's unironically what this guy thinks.
I'm saying. I believe that we should treat everybody based on their merit, based on their character, and based on their actions. I believe in equal opportunity. I believe in treating people all the same. I hate
Wait, is he like doing a straw man thing right now? Hold on.
equal opportunity. I believe in treating people all the same. I hate everyone equally. And taking a quick look at
Okay, yeah, the I hate everything equally thing is a pretty fucking cringy meme. This was me back when I was like a reactionary, by the way, like early on to it. I would say things like, "Oh no, I'm not a feminist or anything. I'm an egalitarian. I actually believe in equal rights and freedom and all that. But you know, black people do commit more crime, and you know, maybe white people should be worried about maintaining a demographic majority, and you know, maybe the Holocaust is a little, you know, I mean, Jewish people do hold a lot of power. If the Holocaust didn't happen, they would be capable of, you know, maybe making it, making it seem like it did with all the power they have in the media and over the world and all of that, you know." That was basically, yeah, that's this guy's beliefs, and that was basically my beliefs when I was a chud. Okay.
their website, Cracka World. Yeah, this is a real website. This is a real film, apparently. Here you can see, you stole our freedom, now we steal yours, as it shows black men selling a white guy. Yeah, so this is the title, Cracka. This is the art. This is pre-order bundle. VIP advanced screening to access Cracka plus digital download. I kind of want to watch this. I don't know, maybe I'll pre-order it just to see how bad it is. I don't know, man. We'll just have to see how it goes. But that's pretty much the story, my friends.
Pre-order a VIP early screening link to the film before it's released to the general public, plus a digital download of the film Cracka in the format of your choice upon release. Receive an email shortly. I might buy this shit. It's only $3. I might buy this shit and just like review it on my and just see what it's about. See whether or not it's good. I might just pre-order it just to trigger these people. Holy shit. Who knows? It's possible this movie could actually be pretty interesting, like a pretty interesting satirical look at like slavery and whatnot, like kind of like with a bit of comedy in it, kind of like Jojo Rabbit. Although that wasn't necessarily like a historical look at things. I don't know. I kind of want to get it on Blu-ray. Fuck off now.
How it goes. But that's pretty much the story, my friends. They're selling some merch here, a Cracka poster, and a Black Lives Matter thing. I just want to say that I believe that all life matters, and instead.
Okay. All right. Okay, I think we've seen enough. Okay, dude. What a triggered little snowflake, dude. He's so mad. He's so mad this movie is going to exist. He's so angry. I really wish I could see what this guy was making in terms of content back in 2014 and 2013, or in like 2016, to see if he was one of those fuckers that was saying, "Oh yeah, the SJWs need to make their own media," and now the SJWs are making their own media, and he's triggered about it and demanding that it changes. Nah, he's just fucking mad. Holy shit. Pretty funny, though.